How exciting. Today is going to be one of my favorite cards that we are making. We are using the Sun Prince DSP. And what you're going to do is you're going to pull out the following items from your packages. And what we're using is, so this is basic gray. We will be using that as our card base. And so we have different pieces. Now this card base, we are going to make a very special card. You are going to love it. This is actually one of my favorite setups for a card that we are creating, which is a fancy fold. There is some very interesting cuts and designs that we are going to be doing, so I will walk you through. And welcome for joining me. My name is Northern Stamper, Tina Kvergich, and if you have any questions, please drop me an email at northernstamper@gmail.com. I am happy to answer any of your questions. Don't forget to join us join my team. There's a great promotion going on with the starter kit that you don't want to miss out on. So let's get our pieces together. You will need your scoreboard for this, so let's get started and make this amazing fancy fold card. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to start with the card base here. So the other items we are going to place off to the side, and we will bring them in as we go along. So what we want to do is we want to get our card base, and we're going to do a cut first. So what we want to do is we are going to turn it so that the 5.5 is long is on this way. And what we want to do is score it at 1.5. So I'm going to move it to 1.5. And I'm going to score along that line, so you can do that. Now what we are going to do next is we are going to do, you can either score or cut, or it's up to you. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to turn it so that portion that we just scored is going to be on the top. This is the 1.5 portion, and we are going to score. Now I'm going to score it because I'm going to cut it. Now if you're really good at cutting, we're going to do cutting from here up to the score line, which is your choice. You can either score it or just take a pencil and then cut. Either way that makes you feel that you can do it. So I'm going to move this to 1.5. So we're going to do 1.5 on this side and 1.5 on that side. And I am actually going to take my pencil, close that off, and I'm going to mark a little line in here up to the score line. So you can see the score line there, and that is where we're going to be cutting. Now I'm not that great at getting right up to the score line, so I'm going to cut that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece, and because it's going to be the exact same size on the second side, I'm just going to flip it over and do again 1.5. And I am just going to lightly make a little pencil mark so it's on that side too. So it's right up to the score line, and even though it's on both sides, either side, that's okay. So like I said, you can either cut with your scoreboard or cut with your scissors, and you're going to carefully cut in a straight line along that you've made with the pencil. I've used the pencil because I just find it easier. And I'm just going to cut right up to that score line. I'm not going to pass that score line. And I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to do the same cut on the other side. So both these sides are exactly the same size, 1.5. Okay, so as we cut, we're just going to be a little careful. And if you did use a pencil, carefully and gently just erase that pencil line. Okay. I'm going to do that for both sides. I just find it easier doing the little cutting. Some people are really good at cutting up to a score line. I am not so much, but that's okay. So I'm going to turn the card base. So I want that piece that we did not cut is going to be on the top. And I'm going to take this piece in the middle, and what we're going to do is we're just going to lift it and bend it like so. And this is actually going to be our card front. I'm going to call this the card front, and this is all the back. All right, so this is what we have. This is our card as it stands at the moment. Now what I'm going to do is pull in some of the designer series paper. Okay, so let's get them all sorted out. And the 2 gray pieces. So I have 2 gray pieces. Now they are 2.5 by 2 and 1/4. Now you're going to have to figure out which way is which, because that is going to fit right in here. So if you kind of move it around, so that is the 2.5. That doesn't quite fit. It goes all the way across. But it does go straight up and down. And when I want the gray side up, because it gives a kind of a muted kind of background for what we're going to put our sentiment on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 2 pieces. I want one on the front, and I'm going to place one on the back. So I'm going to take a look. Oh, look, that fits. See, if I turn it, it doesn't quite fit. So just move it around before you glue to see what size is the correct size for your card front. Once you've figured that out, let's go ahead and glue that down so we do not lose those pieces. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on, and we'll pop those down. There we go. One on the back, nicely in the middle. Flip it over. And one on the front. Now we chose to use the gray because if I use the the blue on the other side, you could. It's up to you if you want to watch through and see which way you want to do it. But I like the gray so that it stands out with the sentiment. Okay. So the next 2 pieces. So that was the gray. The next 2 pieces are 2.5 by 1 3/4, and you're going to have 2 of those. And we are going to place those on here. Now it looks like those are a little bit long, so what we're going to do is have to cut those down. They should be 2 by 3 1/4, and this area here is 1.5. So we are going to take it down. We're going to take our trimmer. We're going to take both of these, or you can cut them one at a time. And we are going to just trim those down to just under 2.5. So there's, 1.5. So there's the one. And I'm just going to look at 2 little marks past that. And I'm going to cut those. And that should fit in. Okay. So, and there we go. Very thin lines. And they fit perfectly on that. There we go. So I don't lose these. These are going to be glued down. So remember, there's the score line, there's the back, and these are the 2 spots on the front. So let's glue down those sun prints on the blue side facing up on each side. Okay. There we go. Looking good. Things are coming together. We have another piece of blue sun prints, and there we go. It's on here, and that's 5 1/4 by 1 1/4. And this is going to go on the back portion of our card here. If you want, you can always flip it over and use that blue side. I think I like this blue side. Tough choice, but I think I like the other side a little better. And I'm going to glue that onto the back. Once I made this card before, it turned out to be so fantastic. I wanted to make a ton of these. So I just love it so much. This is a really cool looking card. So there we go. Kind of like a little flip there. But we're not done. So there are a couple of more pieces that we have in here. Okay, there's a little piece of gray. There is a little piece of white that if you want to add a sentiment, it's up to you, or you can use it as a bridge. Another option is if you want these tucked underneath the DSP, that is fine too. So what we're going to do, initially I had it so that you have these glued on, but what I'm going to do is actually kind of lift up this a little bit. I'm going to glue these on before the DSP, right? So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the left and the right. Come on. There we go, a little bit on the left, a little bit on the right. Now, you don't want to go too far over, okay? Otherwise, it is going to stick to whatever paper you have underneath. And we will place these back on top. Kind of hides it. So it's up to you if you want them on top of the DSP or underneath. Okay? And there we go. Now this piece of basic white should fit right in there, and if you want to cut it down, I'm actually going to cut this down. I'm going to make a little mark, and I'm going to cut just beyond that. Okay? Place it in the trimmer. Oh, there's our little mark. Go a little bit further. There we go. Now, before you glue this down and you want to place a sentiment on, do it before you glue it down. Okay, so let's add a little sentiment to that. And I'm going to use something from the Sweet Songbirds because I like how it fits kind of on there. And let's just see what I can get. And I have Your Special Day fits right in there perfectly. I think that's going to work really well. And I'm going to stamp this actually in one of the in colors. And I am going to be using Starry Sky. So this is a really beautiful, beautiful dark blue in color. Kind of bluey purple. Very, very nice. Okay, so let's add that. Love this. Now I'm going to use the grid paper to kind of line it up. Okay, so I'm just putting that on the grid paper. And I'm going to use that line there to line up my sentiment. It's Your Special Day. That looks really nice. Look at the color on this. Fantastic. You can't go wrong with these in color. The Starry Sky, absolutely gorgeous. Just gorgeous, gorgeous color. Okay, so I'm going to glue that down right in the center there. There we go. Now, there is in your package this little punched piece of sentiment tag that you can place on here, and you can add a little bit more if you like, on like that if you want, or like that if you like, and maybe put like an image. If you want to add something on the back, say I want to use the Sweet Songbird and place them on. Let's actually do that, and using some of the images, and we'll place them on the outside, and let's see how it goes. I did not plan to do this, but let's see. So I'm going to get some basic white. I'm going to decorate the back of this card. Why not? So let's see what we can do, and we will punch him out. Okay, so I need to look. Which one is it in the punch? I'm going to use this. And I'm so excited. All right, and we will use the Starry Sky to make this card. Okay, put that on. Where is the ink pad? You can tell this is the first time I've used this little bird. Let's see how he turns out. Oh, wow. What's really good about these is you can see right through them and see if you've inked it up really well. There we go. Good enough. Let's pop him on there. Wow, that's a really dark color. And let's make a second one and see which one we want the best. Oh, that's so cute. That color's really nice too. Let's punch them both out and see which one we like the best. Okay. This is going to decorate. And if he doesn't look that great on this card, that's okay. I'll hold on to him for something else. And just going to pop him out. Line him up. There we go. And one of the tricks on some of the punches is you have to kind of get a little close. So he'd be going down. Now, if I put this in, I can't quite reach it, so I'm going to make a little kind of stick. So a little bit of tape, some scrap paper. See, kind of hold on to him like that, and now I can pop him in. And, oops, let's go like that. Looking good. Let's see what we got. Now our little bird has no eyes, so we need to get some eyes. Oh my gosh, that is so cute actually. Oh, I really like that darker color now. It really pops on against that gray, huh? So let's see what else we can do. Maybe I should make him sitting like in the nest here or on a stick. I think I'm going to get some basic gray in color and do a nest. So let's go get some ink and see what we can make. So I got the two colors, basic gray and smoky slate. And I'm going to stamp the little nest with both of them and see which one I like the best. Now, you can design the back or front of your card, whichever you want to call it, your own, any way that you want. I just wanted to show you that even though some stamp sets may look like they don't match together, can actually turn out to make a really, really nice looking card. And that's kind of what I hope to do with this. Because when I started creating this, I had no intention of using this bird one for this card. But with the color combination, it's just turning out really good. And I think this gray is going to be too light. So let's go. I'm going to actually double stamp that. I'm going to use this and then use the other gray on top, the darker one, right exactly on top. Doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. Okay. And I am just going to simply cut the nest out. There we go. Or you can use the branch or any sentiment or image that you like on your card front or back or whatever we want to call it. I want to show you that you can do whatever you want and it's still going to turn out really, really good. Oh my goodness, look at that. It actually looks really super duper cute. I could have them sitting on top. That is really cute. Or I can do the branch. I'm not really sure which one looks better. I kind of like them both. So I'm going to make sure that he kind of clears some of the DSP because I don't want his head to be kind of crunched in the score line. Oh, that is so darn cute. And actually what I'm going to do is pop these guys up on some dimensionals. Now, he looks a little strange because he has no eyes. Because he's a very dark color. Let's see. Let's get some black. And see if we can get these little black eyes on him. Okay? So, let's get them. Let's find them. Doo, doo, doo. Oh, there they are. Right? This is one of the fun parts, is trying to figure it all out. And you know what? You really can't go wrong with many things that you try. So, right, let's get this little guy some eyes so he can see what he's doing. Ah, that's so cute. Or if you want, you can always just put on some little white eyeballs. It's up to you. But I'm going to put him on the way he is. I think he's really super cute. And we will pop him up on some dimensionals. What I could also do is under there is get some of these leaves or some leaves from any punch and add them behind the nest so that he looks like he's sitting in a tree. So let's just pop him up. Doesn't matter. It's up to you. This is going to look so super cute anyways. I think it's going to be fine. Okay. Love it. Turning out better than I anticipated. This makes me very happy. Oh my gosh. I love it. That is so darn cute. And look at that. I can actually take that other one I had and I can stick him right inside. Or I can put a little sentiment on. Oh, I don't know. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. It's your special day. Oh my goodness. Let's see what he looks with some little black eyes. Where did I put them? There we go. I'm getting quite happy and excited beyond this. There we go. Oh, look, he's so cute. Okay. I think I'm just going to pop him on the inside. Yeah, like I said, you can't go wrong with anything that you create. This is so darn cute. And this is actually one of my favorite type of cards to be doing. Special kind of fancy fold kind of card. It is very different than a regular open kind of card that we make. So, whoops. Let's get that going. Get that on. And I'm just going to pop him on the inside. There we go. And if I really want to, I could add some of these little notes in black around him as if he's singing, or some little legs. Maybe I should add some little legs before I put him on. Or little notes. Oh, you know what? Let's give him some little notes. I only used a couple of little dimensionals so I can pop him off quite easily. I'm going to use, oh, don't want to lose his eyes. Always make sure you put all of your stamps back in your stamp case so that you don't lose them. And I'm going to use some black because it's on the gray. Okay. Make sure it's well inked. Uh-oh. Okay. There we go. A little bit on that. A little bit on that. There we go. And I think this is going to look really, oh my gosh, how cute is that? And we can decorate with some embellishments or some Wink of Stella. And that is our card. So super cute. It will fit in an envelope just like that. But what a surprise people will have when they open it up, don't you think? I think that is so super cute. Really super simple to make. Love this card. One of my favorite. And you know what? You are not using huge amounts of cardstock. Looking fantastic. What do you think? I'd love to see what images you chose on your front and back for your card. Don't forget to post them. And until next week, I am Tina Kvergic, Northern Stamper. If you have any questions, pop me a message at northernstamper@gmail.com. I'd be happy to hear from you. Until next Tuesday, have a lovely day.